Why does a channel die? And furthermore, what would I, a channel with only 1.7 thousand subscribers, know about that? Well, first off, it'd be pretty interesting for you to know, but I've been on this platform for probably over 6 years now at this point. I've seen many channels explode, and I've seen many channels fall off a cliff time and time again. And I've been making videos on this platform for nearly 4 years now, and I've had to bring my channel back from the dead on more than one occasion. Yes, my channel dying isn't much in considering to the fact of some of these mega channels that have died in the past, but do tell you, I've had my fair share of channels dying, and I've had my fair share of watching channels die. And I've been able to summarize the reasons on why these channels seem to die so much, and just a few simple reasons. Either 1, the lackluster care of a creator. Reason 2, inconsistency. Reason 3, being blackballed by YouTube themselves. And reason 4, a very late change, either due to being blindsided by fans or just not being aware. Let's go with that last reason first. Now, it seems to be a tendency when a lot of channels get a lot of hate comments at the beginning of their cycle that they have a tendency of ignoring pretty much everything that isn't praise, which is a good thing at the start because it helps you get better at ignoring those very aggressive comments that pretty much tell you to go off yourself, because that's what some people do. But it also leaves you with a problem on how, well, you're not going to be aware of proper criticism that could give you some proper help when it comes to creating videos. You know, ignoring the hate comments is fine, but sometimes it comes to the point where there's a line in between what are actual hate comments and what are people who somewhat enjoy your content trying to give you some tips to improve in what you're making. It's a bit of a fine line. And sometimes some creators ignore both hands, which kind of leads to a point where the creator doesn't realize that they're doing something wrong because of their core fans that they are only acknowledging are praising them to all hell and back. There's also another side to this where a change to the channel is necessary to live, but sometimes a creator can do that change way too early and cause just a detrimental impact on their channel and them falling off a cliff later, or they tend to change way too late. A good example of that is Captain Spark, who chose to pivot from Minecraft a few years after that ship had sailed. And to this day, Captain Sparkles has just been stuck at the 10 million, around the 10 million mark for quite a long period of time now. Another interesting one that I see come up a lot is inconsistency. And this is by far one of the bigger channel killers because, well, inconsistency, it's kind of self-explanatory. I don't know what more I could say about that, but being inconsistent can help keep your channel alive in the times where you don't even post for long periods of time. If you never have an actual schedule in the first place, then people don't expect you to upload if you don't upload consistency from the get-go, yes, it will help it when you don't post a video for quite a while, but ultimately it won't be great to your growth. And I mean, a lot of creators end up taking breaks for, let's say, creative burnouts. Like, they've made so many videos in a period of time and they've just ran out of ideas or ran out of motivation to continue making the videos, or just something comes up that makes them want to take a break from it all, take a break from making videos. But unfortunately, because of the long period of time, if you stay on that break for just a little too long, then that could be it. That can just be it. If you take too long of a break, and if the break's length is not actually warned for to your audience, then there's a very high chance that the creator will have a hard time doing a comeback. After coming back from their break, it's going to be difficult for them to get anywhere, really. And I've seen this happen time and time again. Whilst yes, it's possible to be able to push forward and continue to make bangers of videos in order to try and push some form of new audience into your channel again, or bring new life to your channel, but sometimes that's a lot more difficult than what it sounds. Easier said than done, really. Like, I'm doing this current thing now. I took a massive break for many weeks, over multiple segments of just weeks of nothing because of multiple different reasons. And now that I've come back, videos have been performing a lot worse than what they have the entirety of this year. My channel's not dead and all, because if you look at the back end of it all, well then, like, most people would consider that doing just fine, just my newest videos aren't doing as well. That's besides the point. Another reason is the lack of care put in by creators. This kind of mixes in with the low motivation to actually make good good videos, and sometimes if you're not motivated enough or don't put enough effort into a video, it can really show to the audience. Sometimes it can really show that you're not enjoying making the video, or sometimes it shows that you just don't want to do this anymore, but you're still doing it because for some reason you're still doing it. Like, there can be multiple reasons, like maybe you want to continue to give your fans something to watch, or maybe you're trying to earn some funds to live. Like, it can be multiple different reasons that you continue going despite the fact of not having the motivation to actually make good content. But again, it's kind of just a thing that you take a break from making content because you're making crap content because you need to regain motivation and ideas. You take just slightly too long of a break, YouTube punishes that by not promoting you in the algorithm as much. Sometimes, and I guess it's a good recommendation to have a fair amount of the time, is when your channel dies off completely to the fact where you cannot get a single video off the ground, you're better off starting again from scratch than trying to revive a dead channel. And that is really hard to think about. It's a really hard thing to take in, the fact that you have to start again. I mean, it's always said that in your first few months as a channel, your channel has much better success rate than what you would years down the track of failure or growth, whatever. Whenever your channel dies, it's hard to kickstart back the growth than to start again. And the last one is when YouTube blackballs the channel. This has only happened on a few occasions where it's really massively affected the channel. And even to the channels that have been deemed to have been affected by it, it's a bit on the iffy side on if that really happened or not. Good example is Leafy. Like, after the content cop happened, his channel fell off so hard it's not funny. But you would think that even in the month where he got that content cop, he should have gotten a lot of views. He didn't. He just continued getting worse and worse and worse, which it's been rumored that there was a form of a meeting between YouTube execs at the time to think about what to do about these type of creators blowing up on their platform that promote drama, cancerous type of personas and content like Leafy and Keemstar. And ultimately, what seems to be the case, it's not confirmed because, well, why would they confirm that they killed a channel? Like, why would YouTube confirm that they purposely killed a channel to get it off their platform? But it's been rumored that it's most likely that Leafy is here and Keemstar got hit with the early version of the demonetization thing. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys, and if you did end up enjoying this video, make sure to leave a like down there, and if you really did enjoy this video, well then, consider leaving a subscribe. Consider subscribing to this channel, turn on that notification so you know when my next video comes out. Also, look out in the community tab, because at the start of every week I like to put out a little poll of video ideas I have, and you guys vote on what video you want next. Anyway, till next time, see ya.